It's Wednesday, September 12th. Welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. Johnny on Twitter says, I'm a guitar player. There's nothing I love more than playing my guitar and making music. A Christian friend said that I'm in danger of my guitar becoming an idol, and I should lay it down for a few months. What do you think about this? Do I have to stop playing my guitar to please the Lord? Thanks, Johnny. You know, this kind of makes me nuts, honestly. I've heard so many people say, I've been told I just need to lay my guitar down. I need to lay down my instrument, for a while. And, it's becoming too important to me and all of that. And a little balance here. Yesterday we talked about how to know God's will for your life. And you might want to refer to that as a supplement to this one today. Because I'm going to say some similar things because they apply. One of the greatest gifts I believe that God can give you is the gift of music. What a great thing. And to really get proficient on your instrument, it takes a lot of playing. Now, I'm a piano player. I've played the piano professionally, and I enjoy it. And, I've spent thousands of hours on the piano. And if anybody were to tell me, I just need to quit playing it so that it's not so important to me, it would have felt like my right arm was cut off. Because, throughout the years, it's been such a wonderful expression of a gift that God has given me. And it takes a lot of time to get really good on your instrument. Well, there are a lot of well-meaning Christians who will come along and say, you shouldn't be spending all your time on that. You should be spending more time in the Word. You should be spending more time in church. We can go through all the guilt things. And, it is important to have a life outside of the guitar or whatever it is you play. But, folks, it takes a lot of time to be excellent on your instrument. And when you walk into a worship service in your church, aren't you glad those people have spent some time getting to know the instrument they play? You say, well, yeah, but that's different. They're playing for worship, These guys are just playing to be in a rock band. And, folks, here's the bottom line. When God gives you a gift, He wants you to use it. Not only just use it, but use it to the best of your ability. That's really important. And when it becomes passion for you, that's a great thing because it gives you that extra drive to become excellent. And I believe God gives us that passion, along with the gifts that He gives us, the talents that He gives us. And, it may be that your guitar has become more of an idol than anything, that it's getting in your way of worshiping the Lord. Maybe you're not going to have fellowship with other Christians and not spending any time with God because it's taking completely all of your time. And, if you're at that extreme, then I would tell you, yeah, you probably need to have some balance. I wouldn't tell you to put it down unless God tells you that. But I would tell you to get some balance in your life. But folks, of all the people that I've known that say, somebody told me I need to put my guitar down, and I've known a lot, I don't think I've met too many people that I really felt like it was necessary. I just think they needed to have a little balance and understanding. And one more thing. When God gives you a talent, doesn't it feel great to use it? I love praising the Lord through my talent. I know where it came from, and I'm excited to have it. And I think that's how a lot of musicians feel. They know where it comes from. If you don't, you need to figure it out. But, let's quit the guilt. Because guilt never produces anything good. You really have to have a desire for something else. A good friend of mine, who's a very famous guitar player, told me one time that he spent a whole year telling the Lord that for every minute that he played his guitar, he was also going to either spend time in prayer or in the Word. And man, at the end of the year, it was amazing because he really pulled it off and it really changed his life. Now, God's not going to ask everybody to do that. I thought that was interesting. But you have to search your own heart for this. Just because somebody says you need to lay down your instrument doesn't mean that you need to. Search your heart. Are you okay with God? And here's the other thing. If God's given you a talent, are you using it? Don't just let it sit. Become excellent on whatever gift that God's given you. Whatever talent that He's bestowed on you, become excellent. And become passionate with it and use it. God bless you. Have a great day.